It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda business starts here. So welcome to Mind Your Business. I am your host, Jamillah Lodge, and you are Ben Edwards.
Yes.
Owner of Scoville's Secret Sauce Company.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the show, Ben.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very excited to be here.
We are going to talk about your hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, let's find out a little bit more about you. So how did you... tell me about yourself first.
All right. So my name is Ben Edwards. I am a very kind of adventurous person, I guess you could say. I kind of like to be out in nature. Was always in the sandbox as a kid growing up. And then I guess that translated till now, playing in the dirt still. So I do like to garden quite a bit.
Okay.
When I was out in university, I studied finance in Carleton University in Ottawa, Canada.
Okay.
So while I was out there, I actually got very into cooking. And I didn't want to pay restaurant prices, but I wanted to eat restaurant quality meals.
Got you.
Just because...
That makes sense. I understand that.
Yeah, so I was kind of like balling on a budget, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But still wanted to have the nice kind of luxuries. So started getting into cooking quite a bit in Canada. And of course, because Canada during school year is always freezing,
yes.
I didn't really get into gardening that much out there. But my uncle is actually a gardener. And he's been gardening probably since he was my age.
Okay.
And he's like in his mid-50s now. And I guess I look up to my uncle, so I naturally kind of followed his hobby when I got home. Actually, not even when I got home, but in COVID.
Okay.
I guess I kind of knew I wanted to start getting into it.
Right, because you have so much time, right? It's like, okay, what else can I do?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
So from there... He was gardening and I was helping him on his garden. I hadn't built one over at my house at this point in time, just because I was still flying back and forth from school. Wasn't allowed to rip up the grass just yet.
Okay.
So helped him with his garden, kind of got into it. I don't really like vegetables. I'm a very picky eater.
Okay.
So he kind of...
So I was going to say, so if you were gardening, were you just gardening for the fun of it and not to harvest then if you don't like vegetables? Or were there specific things that you focused on?
Yes.
Okay.
So I like green vegetables very much. I don't like carrots, cauliflower,
Gotcha.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I would still grow it and I would help my uncle grow it. And I guess I kind of started to like his carrots just directly from the ground, wash them off and then eat them. Couldn't cook them or anything like that. Still to this day.
Really?
I don't like it, but I do like to grow it.
Yes. Okay.
So
I get it. I get it.
So it was just complete hobby. It was more like playing with the shovels, whacking a hoe into the ground, making the rows and that kind of part of it. Fast forward, he had a huge pepper tree. It was cherry pepper tree, and he had a bunch of them. Like, I think there was 4 or 5. And he had eaten all the peppers that he wanted to. But he didn't want them to go to waste.
Right.
So he hit me up and was like, if you want these peppers, I got trees of them. Just take all of it if you want.
Okay.
So I did. I tried one pepper because I was originally going to cook with them.
Yeah.
So I tried one. And I was just like screaming for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest spice fan growing up. Now I am.
Right.
I love spice now.
I would hope so since you got a whole hot sauce company.
Yeah, exactly. So now I like spice. But at that point in time, I was a very mild eater. So the cooking part wasn't working for me. It wouldn't work for me. And I was kind of like, what am I going to do with all this now?
The peppers.
I took all of his peppers.
So you took the actual trees, or peppers grow on a bush, or how does it?
So they grow on like a bush. They're called perennial plants. So you can grow them multiple seasons, and it's not just kind of like an annual plant like beans
so it'll
where
come
you grow
back.
it. Exactly, exactly. So it comes back. and I was just picking the peppers off the trees. So he still had the trees for next season.
Got you. But he said, come get all these peppers.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I was like, what am I going to do with this? And then I remembered my buddy in university, he made a hot sauce. And it was vile. It was so spicy. None of us could eat it. And we just called it the Million Scoville sauce. We made it in second year. And by the end of fourth year, we still had probably about this much of it left.
Because you couldn't eat. Yeah.
Because it was just so spicy.
Yeah.
And that inspired me to make a hot sauce
that people could actually eat.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. So I'm sure, because I'm looking at this bottle, it's all packaged lovely and everything. So I'm sure before you got to this point, there were so many iterations, right?
Absolutely.
Of how you actually get the taste and flavor and all of that, right? So I imagine that your ability to handle the heat was like a progressive kind of journey, right?
Absolutely.
So from picking the peppers at your uncle's house to this final product, how long was that process?
From picking it to, there was a couple iterations, but to get to the final packaged product that I started selling was about 9 months.
Okay, that's fast, I think.
Development and going through it, getting feedback from friends and family, making another one, getting more feedback, making another one and getting more feedback.
Okay.
And I guess I'm very lucky in a sense that with the people I was giving it to at work and my friend group, they were all very honest. So my first hot sauce tasted like pizza box Lunchables. And it was just their pizza sauce, like the Lunchables pizza sauce. There was no spice to it. I absolutely messed that part up.
Okay.
Because I tried to roast the peppers.
Yeah.
And when you roast them, you have to be careful because you can actually take all of the capsaicin and burn it off.
Got you.
And it reduces the level of heat.
Got you.
So I didn't have enough of them in there with the amount of roasting that I did on the peppers.
Got you.
So there was no spice to it, and I learned that very quickly, was told very quickly.
But it's not hot.
Exactly.
It's pizza sauce.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
I've seen that. I think my husband actually got one of your hot sauces. It was like a mango pineapple. Does that sound familiar?
Mango habanero?
Yes.
That's actually the sauce right here,
Okay.
category 5.
So he got one for Christmas from a friend of ours. So it's exciting to know that it's you.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And I've seen it in Lindo's, right? Lindo's in Devonshire?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
But it's going to be in Lindo's on March 1st.
Okay. I'm wondering, where is it now? Because I've seen it.
So it's at Two Fish in a Barrel.
Okay.
The restaurant across from Masters.
Yes.
Where the old Cafe 10 used to be.
Uh-huh.
And South Shore Gas Station, the Rubis.
Okay.
And then it was in Brown & Co. And I've been selling it at farmers markets.
Okay.
I have one right now that we're doing every other week, and that is at the St. James Church Market up in Somerset.
All right. Well, my memory's bad, but I remember seeing like the logo, and I was like, oh, look, it looks like a hurricane. So that's pretty exciting, right?
Yeah.
So my question about this journey for you is, did you always know that you were going to be creating a product, that you were going to be an entrepreneur? Because you went to school for finance, right?
Yes.
So, not everybody would come to the conclusion that because I have a lot of peppers, I should start a business making hot sauce. So what made you decide to start the business?
So I guess I do come from, like, my uncle's an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Both my uncles are entrepreneurs, and then my grandma owned a business.
Okay,
my
so
brother
it's in your
owns a
blood.
business. So it's, I guess you could say it's in my blood.
Yeah.
And in university, I had a couple buddies, Ishan and Ahmed, and we kind of were dead set on making a business. And we actually wanted to do AI automations just because that was kind of the hot topic in 2022, 2023. So we worked trying. And as the saying goes, you try again.
Yeah.
And nothing came of it, really.
Okay.
So then fast forward to making the hot sauce. I just started making it for the fun of it at first. I didn't really know I was going to create a business doing hot sauce.
Yeah.
Because, like, who thinks about that?
Right.
But making it started to get expensive. and I figured I can't just keep giving it away.
Right.
If I want to continue this hobby. So now I got to start selling it.
Okay.
And I had a couple people at work that were like, I want some for Christmas, just to give away as little gifts. And then a couple of my buddies were like, all right, I want more of that hot sauce, and you're not going to give it to me. Let me buy it from you.
Okay.
So I can still get it. Yeah. So I'm very lucky with my friend group. I can definitely say that.
That's awesome.
So that turned it into a business. And then it was still kind of a hobby. I never really took it seriously. And I just kept trying to get feedback. And it probably took 100 different hot sauce recipes before I found the first one, which was actually the solar flare flavor. Okay. It's loquat and ginger. So we went loquat picking. My buddy Dante and he had a tree. I don't have any trees. Well, I have some growing now. Yeah. But I didn't at the time. So we picked his loquats, and he was like, yo, you can have some if you want to make a hot sauce with it. So I did that and developed the recipe, kept going, getting the background seasonings in it and the other flavors. Just because I wanted to make a very citrusy, very flavorful hot sauce. Right. Not so much one that is just going to kill you. And from there, I guess I went to the BEDC and I went to the commercial kitchen program because I wanted to get a health license. Yeah. Because I knew that if I wanted this to be a successful business, now that I'm selling it to my friends, how do I scale that? Correct. Just because obviously with making a product of this kind, it's a $15 product. So it's a small profit in dollar figures. Right. And I needed to scale in order to make it worth my time. Because at that time, I was probably making $20 for 4 hours, 5 hours worth of work. Right, and the math isn't mathing. Exactly. The math wasn't mathing. Right. So I actually came to BDC and went through the commercial kitchen program. Okay. Got health certified from there. Okay. So I'm health licensed now, and I guess that's propelled me to go into retailers and actually advertising now. And I started off doing it all direct to consumer, and that was very tiring. Right. I had it at free delivery island wide. If you wanted a bottle, just buy one from me. Yikes. Exactly. But I mean, I would say it helps you get your name out there, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Because you're on the front lines. You're actually the one out there selling the sauce. Yeah. Exactly. You get to sell the story. And that's kind of why I still like going to farmers markets now. Like, I'm not a mainstream product yet. Yes. Obviously, that's the goal. That's the goal. But I'm not yet a mainstream product household name. So I still kind of enjoy going to the farmers markets and getting my name out there, explaining my story, giving out those free samples to people and allowing them to taste it and try the product. And then give them the opportunity to give me feedback as well. Right. Because if a large proportion of the people taste it and they like it, then it kind of boosts my confidence in the recipe. Right. And this recipe is done. It's final, and that's that. And then you can move on to the next one. Exactly. So how many flavors do you have right now? Right now, we have 4 flavors for sale. Okay. So there's the Category 5 hot sauce. That's a mango habanero flavor. And then we have Solar Flare, which is the loquat ginger flavor. We have the Squealin' Hog, which is a barbecue hot sauce. Ooh. And then the Fire of Marrakesh, which is kind of like a Moroccan curry aromatic spice. So it's very spicy. I made that on purpose. But it also has those authentic Moroccan flavors. Okay. So I got the seasonings from Morocco. Okay. And I've started looking at sourcing on a bigger scale than just Bermuda, but still going to local farmers for what I wanted to create. Because obviously with the Marrakesh flavor, I wanted it to be very authentic and not kind of like a Western take on it. So I did quite a lot of research into what flavors do they use in their cooking, what cooking methods are there, because they have specific cooking methods where you like saute onions and then you fry tomato paste with them, and it has to be done in that kind of a way to obtain the specific flavor profile. Right. So there's a lot of research that went into it, and for those products, I have been like looking at authentic ingredients from around the world. And then, for example, the Solar Flare, I've been doing all local produce just because that is Bermuda in a bottle. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Right. The loquat and ginger.
Well, is it your intention to like keep expanding on the flavors, or do you want to keep like your core kind of keep it small enough to where you can, I guess, mass produce it without too much trouble? What's your intention?
Yeah, so currently right now I do it all on weekends and after 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So I still have a 9 to 5, working through that pretty hard. And after work I'll come home and either label bottles or sell bottles and to just deliver them to the actual clients.
Yeah.
And then on weekends we're doing a lot of the production, and if I need to pick loquats, picking loquats and
Right.
things of that nature. It's actually loquat season now, so
It
if anybody
is.
has loquats that you want to pick and pit, I'll buy them from you. Just saying. But besides that point,
Yeah.
the goal is to keep expanding. Right now I want to master the 4 flavors that I have, because one thing I'm learning as I'm scaling is that although you can double the recipe, it doesn't just double the cooking time.
Right.
It's kind of an exponential curve.
Okay.
So if it's like from 1 gallon to 5 gallons, it's almost like 10 times as long cooking, not just 5. And I've learned that because you can tell in the consistency of the sauce.
Right.
If it's not cooked long enough or whatever, it'll start separating.
Right.
Etc.
Yikes.
So that's been quite a big learning curve.
Yeah, I would imagine, because I would think just put more stuff in there and still the amount of time, but you put more stuff in there. So you have to give it more time to go through whatever it works through. That's really cool. So you basically are a chef. You've developed these secret recipes, if you will. And is your ultimate goal to be able to export this to other places outside of Bermuda? Or to maybe license it, or what? What are your plans? Your big plans.
So the big plans are, I guess it stems back to when I was in university. Like we've studied all of these multinational corporations. You know, it's possible. There's all these people that are doing it, and the amount of startups today that are going from nothing to billions and billions of dollars. And I guess it's in tech mostly, but why not in hot sauce too?
Right.
So I do want to scale, and I do want to go eventually global. I guess I want to start in America just because it's very close to us. We have good, I guess, geopolitical relations with them. So in terms of tariffs, etc., and they have a huge market.
Yes.
So
there's a lot of people that like hot sauce. All like down the South, we grew up eating hot sauce.
Yeah.
People have their own recipes and things like that. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would say, and for those countries where people like hot food, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's opportunity there too. I know when I was in college, some of my close friends were Ethiopian, and literally, you've heard of berbere? It's a hot pepper sauce.
Yeah.
So that could be one of your next flavors if you get, because I'm telling you, the level of hot that they could eat was just like on a whole nother scale.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Which one is your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor is it's a solar flare flavor.
It's the solar flare one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I gotta try that then.
The thing about hot sauces for me too is it's kind of funny because it doesn't smell the same way from when you first start cooking it to when you finish off cooking it. So some of the flavors smell very pungent at the beginning. Just because the flavor, like all the different ingredients haven't melded together yet, and they haven't all cooked down and reduced. It's raw ingredients. So sometimes it's like, whoa, geesh. But then after you cook it for however long, then you're like, okay, now it's the sauce that I am creating.
Right.
So yeah, the solar flare and mango habanero definitely smell the best just because they're sweet.
Right.
So it's that mango flavor that you smell mostly during cooking. It's the loquat flavor you smell mostly during cooking. And then with the barbecue sauce, you smell a lot of barbecue, a lot of smoke. So I guess with the hot pepper too, sometimes it's like, wow, that's very pungent.
Yeah.
And then you cook it and cook it and cook it, and right at the end, it's like, okay.
You were like, what
sauce.
did I do wrong?
Exactly.
I must have put something and then I wasn't supposed to. Well, I think it's great. I'm looking forward to tasting it. So from your standpoint, now that you're doing this business together, I mean, you've started this business and you still have a full-time job. Is it your goal to one day kind of do this full time? Because it sounds like you need a whole team. I'm imagining you have a whole team that's helping. You got to pick the food. You got to source the stuff. You got to, do you?
No. I do have my mom. She's great.
Yeah.
She helps out so much. Shout out to mom for real. She always comes with me to the kitchens, always helping out in any way possible.
Yeah.
Like if I can't get something, just, hey, can you pick this up? Or can you drop this off? I'm stuck at work. And she always helps out. So right now, my mom is probably the biggest help.
Right.
And it wouldn't be possible if I didn't have her help as well. Mm-hmm. And then my girlfriend too.
Okay.
So she's like, if my mom's busy or something, she's always like, I'll step in. I can help out. I can help you label. I can help you shrink wrap. I can help you.
Oh my God.
She doesn't want to help cook.
By yourself, Ben? Well,
for the most part.
That's a lot. That's impressive. And you did it all in 9 months. I can't believe it.
Yeah. So to today, it's January 1st, 2020. It's not January 1st.
But
First quarter of 2026. Yeah. So I started this in November of 2024.
Okay.
That was the first ever. That was the pizza sauce.
Mm-hmm. You have to bottle it. Like somebody's going to eat it. Okay.
And then fast forward. So over a year now into it.
Yeah.
The math's not math.
Yeah.
Probably like 18 months in it now.
I mean, it's very impressive and it's inspiring, right? To know that you can go from just an idea to saying, okay, look, I want to take this further.
Yeah.
And that your mom and girlfriend have been supporting you along the way is great. But like for expansion purposes, like you mentioned, or I mentioned that I thought I saw it in Lindo's, but your plan is to get into these retail locations.
Yes.
So that means you're going to have to be, turning out the hot sauce,
Absolutely.
So in terms of building out a team, do you have any plans to do that? Or are you looking, like, what will you need to be able to take it to the next level, you think?
Definitely help on the cooking side and in the kitchen. So I'm kind of developing plans and strategies right now of how I want to grow it with a team.
Okay.
So funnily enough, I've actually been, over the past couple of days, been developing with AI a manufacturing production system.
Gotcha.
So it takes a master recipe and it makes it scalable and takes the cost into account, all the bottles, ingredients from a master ingredient list that also is inventory. And I'm looking at how can I make it so customers can order from that website or web application as well. So I want to do it in a techie way.
Right.
Just because there are a lot of businesses that scale and they scale very, I guess, like with a lot of manpower and a lot of people. But then there's also huge hot sauce companies that are run by 5 people and they're doing multi-million dollars in sales in the States just because of the level of tech integration that they have. So I kind of want to take that route. Obviously now with the climate that we're in, AI's kind of taken over. Really.
It is.
So I just bounced off the idea at work. We have a software guy. So he's like develops the computer system for work. And I was like, how would I go about doing this?
Right.
And he bumped me to Claude AI. So I've been just prompting it to develop this manufacturing production system. And when I can get that kind of operational, then it's, okay, now the recipes are standardized.
Yes.
I can get somebody in here. But the only concern is now I got to get it to be a secret.
Like a secret recipe or something,
exactly.
So no one else can produce it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I know trademarking recipes is extremely difficult.
Absolutely.
So that's why they have to stay a secret, right? We don't know what KFC uses.
Exactly.
Still to this day.
Exactly.
It's locked in a vault somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm thinking like you have all your seasoning, but nobody knows which seasoning it is.
Exactly.
Right? So you press a button and everything.
Exactly.
So in my mind, I'm thinking this huge like automated system. So that means you have to get equipment and all of that in order to be able to deliver on that. And that's the plan?
That is the plan on a 5-year scale with slow implementation.
Got you.
So I've kind of been bootstrapping it this whole way in terms of financing. And the equipment is very, 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 very expensive. I already have the whole production line kind of planned out.
Okay.
I know what equipment I want, what brands I want, but realistically, the whole production line is looking at like $950 to $1.5 million.
Wow.
So it's pretty big in scale terms, but then you have capacity to do copious amounts of bottles. You can start at, that's like for 10,000 bottles a day.
Right.
And that's kind of the level to get to before going to the big wholesalers and big retailers out in the States.
Right.
So like that Whole Foods Fresh Market, and then looking at others. Like
so let me ask you this, because Bermuda is small.
Absolutely.
So conceivably, you could probably produce enough hot sauce for us here with what you have.
Exactly.
But when you get to scaling outside, would you consider would you want to manufacture the product locally, or would you consider setting up manufacturing overseas? How would you do that?
So I've thought about that.
Yeah.
And I've had many discussions with a lot of different people just because I guess the more you talk about it, the more real it becomes and the more
and you might find an investor or a partner or somebody who's like, I'll make it happen for you.
Exactly. So I've been doing a lot of conversation on that level. And ideally, I would love to just do it all locally.
Yeah.
Because it would also create industry too.
Exactly. That's what I'm of two minds, right? From a business perspective, I'm saying, well, if you're going to be looking to export this to the States, it makes a lot of fiscal sense to just create some manufacturing out there. The equipment probably be less expensive. You won't have to ship it in. But from a building out Bermuda's industry perspective, you're like, well, this could potentially create jobs for our Bermudians and give it a whole nother industry. So I'm of two minds. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing for me too. So I guess Scoville's Secrets, I want it to be a high-end product. I don't want to be going to Walmart. I don't want to be in discount retailers, really. I kind of want to keep it at that. This is local craft, amazing hot sauce using quality ingredients. It's not something that we just try to cut corners on. Yeah. More of being like a celebration of our local supply of produce and loquats and peppers, and that's the hard part, peppers. Yeah. But if I was to create it overseas, then it's just, you can do it two ways. You can go create your own manufacturing facility. Then I would have to leave Bermuda. And you love it. I love it here. Why would you want to do that? Exactly. So I love it here. I personally wouldn't want to leave, which leaves me to my other option, co-packaging, which is contract manufacturing. Yes. And you lose control of your recipes, quality of ingredients, and etc. Right. For the lowest cost per bottle. Yeah. Which ideally is not necessarily what I want to do. I kind of, because I created locally here and I put Bermuda everywhere on it, I kind of think it's cheating to go and then contract package it overseas or manufacture it overseas with one Bermudian ingredient or something along that line, and then still brand it as a Bermudian product. Right. And I kind of think a Bermudian product is something that's using local ingredients made in Bermuda, helping out your local community, I guess you can say, because in a grand scheme of things, like this year alone, I only really started selling to the big stores in June of 2025. So it's relatively new for me, and I went through about 10 gallons of loquats last year. So if you scale that, that's a lot of loquats, and all the trees we have lying around that just keep dropping seeds, dropping the fruit. No one's using it really. No, you can just go down the road and grab a bag and pick loquats. Exactly. So that's I guess the advantage of it. Yeah. And if you can, for example, put out there $50 for a 5-gallon bucket or something like that. Look, people will raid their trees for you. Exactly. So that's that's kind of the approach I want to take. I would love to keep it here.
Yeah.
And then it comes in, well, how do you export? Like, how do you export?
Yeah.
And how do you get it? Because obviously we're a very import-heavy country. Correct. So the container ships aren't leaving full.
Hello, this is the conversation that we've been having. We're like, why can't Bermuda-made products go back in those containers?
Exactly. And I guess you get charged a fuel surcharge to get the boat back there, because they're not just going to charge you for one way and lose money on the way back. So it comes into well, can that even be negotiated? Are they willing to negotiate? So then you can get a discount, I guess, if you're coming in and out.
Because they go back empty.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So they got to go back. So I would love to see that happen. And I'm sure that there are a lot of other Bermudians that make things that would love to see that happen too. Because that's one of the things that I think is such a huge barrier for some who want to scale outside of Bermuda is how do you get that produced product into the hands of someone overseas at a reasonable price? Because nobody wants to pay $50 for hot sauce, right?
50's not even, that's not even the full. So I went to a couple of the shipping companies. Yeah. Like, and just asked, hey, how much money would it cost me to send this out? Right. Because I had a buddy in Canada. Yeah. And he purchased a bottle of hot sauce because I forgot to put it as Bermuda only. Yeah. So I was like, oh, shoot. People can get this.
They were on their website?
Exactly. And I can't get it to them. So I had to go through one of my friends who went out there and shipped it through the U.S. Postal Service. Right. But it's $99 to send this one $15 bottle of hot sauce out there. So it's $114 for this one bottle.
No. I mean, we like you, man, but not that much.
Exactly. Or you can set up a distribution facility and start sending it out there, but then that's the upfront cost as well. Right. And
that's where those empty containers can come in handy. Exactly. Let's get it to where it needs to be, and then you can ship from there. Well, listen, I mean, you are doing great. I love how far you've come. It seems like this is, like you say, you're bootstrapping the whole thing. Shout out to mom. Shout out to your girlfriend for holding you down. Yes. And glad to know that we were able to assist in some way, and we would love to continue to support along this journey, because that whole container thing is a real thing. That's something that we have had up, and how do we solve this? How do we get these products into the hands of people outside of Bermuda? Yeah. So listen, how can people, if they want to buy the hot sauce, can they reach out and contact you?
So I have a website and an Instagram. Okay. And recently a LinkedIn page. Oh. So I have been putting ads out on Instagram. My Instagram's scovilles.secrets. Okay. And then my website is www.scovillesauce.com. Okay. And there's 2 S's between Scovilles and sauce. So it just makes it just a SCOVILLES. SAUCE.com.
Okay. All right. And so it's Scoville's sauce.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. Okay. And then on LinkedIn, it's Scoville's Secrets as well. So that's kind of an alternative method. And I feel like it's an untapped market because you have all of these professionals out here on a day-to-day basis talking to each other about market news. Why not create something about hot sauce and their lunch? Yeah. So I made something, my first post on it was about having depressing lunches and not having good sauce to complement it instead of just having those Heinz mayonnaise packages. Yeah. And that was well received, which is kind of funny. And
they're like, finally, something else.
Yeah, exactly. So I've started sponsoring on there as well. Okay. And that's something I didn't really even think about until the other day. Probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
So you're doing the marketing too, man?
Yes, yeah.
All the things.
Exactly. I have my buddy Dante. He has a media company, GNL Productions. Okay. So shout out to him. He actually videos it all for me. Okay. And does all the editing and etc. So it's kind of cool too because we're just friends. So we're helping each other's businesses. out, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, it's a nice way to hang out with them too.
You're hanging out and you're both growing your individual businesses. So exactly. You're making the sauce, he's filming it, and that's content that he could use to get new clients. So
exactly.
It all makes sense. I love it. So listen, I really appreciate you for coming out and sharing a bit of the journey of making this hot sauce.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to taste it because I like hot.
Why don't you?
And then, of course, as you develop new products, as you grow, please keep us posted because, like you said, trying to get the stuff out is the big deal. That's the key. If we can crack that nut, I think there will be a lot of promise for you as well as other entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and it kind of like, the one thing as well is like, I had always thought it was so hard in Bermuda because of all the red tape. You have so many different things you have to navigate. And so I reached out to Deshaun at BDC and was just like, hey, I have this idea. I don't know anything about how to do it.
Yeah.
And then he put me in contact with Chelsea through the kitchen program. Yeah. And that kind of, having that continued support gets you off the ground in a big way. Yeah. And BDC has actually helped out a lot, just in terms of advice, actually providing me with a platform to start since I've moved out of the commercial kitchen program and I've gone to another commercial kitchen just because of the timing. Yeah. So I was able to do it Tuesday nights with BDC. Okay. And now it's both Saturdays and Sundays for the whole day. Okay. So it's just allowing me to grow. Yeah. I love it. I love it. That's what we want. Yeah, so I have the sauce here. Okay. All opened. This is the Category 5 sauce. It's a mango habanero flavor. And I also brought very bland chips. Okay. They still sea salt because I guess a lot of the food is salty. Yeah. So I figured that salty food probably would go well with it. Yeah. And it's not like it's jalapeno or chive or something that's going to take away the flavor. From the taste. Okay. I feel like I'm on Hot Ones. Yeah. So another thing with the hot sauce, I personally always like to take this thing off. Okay. I put it on there. It's not a you have to keep it on there. It's just, it just allows it so that, because for pouring, these sauces, they're nice and thick. You can see it's like a pretty good, so you have to really hit it with this, but some people like that. Okay. So I give everyone the option to keep it on there. Or to take it off. It's just a little plastic dripper, and yeah. Smells good. Good. Ooh, okay. I'll do one as well. Yep. It's good. I like it. Good. So this is with the dripper now. Just whoopsie daisies. It did dripper. That's for sure. Sorry. It's actually really good. I like that. Good. Yeah, so I tried to not make it. It's hot sauce. It's spicy. It's like you get a little hint of sweet, but then the heat just starts to rise up a little. Yeah. Yeah. I see you, man. Thank you. Yeah, so I tried to make it very flavorful. I want it to be citrusy or smoky or curry. Yeah. And I don't want it to be just hot pepper sauce. A lot of the companies, both locally and internationally, it's hot sauce, so it should be pepper, water, vinegar, and salt. Right. And I guess that limits the flavor that I've noticed in sauces that I buy that aren't like those, like Barron's hot sauce, for example, which has like mustard seed and all this other crazy ingredients. And then you have like those lime sauces, the green salsa verde sauces, which are just filled with other ingredients. And you can have simple sauces that taste amazing, but then the complex sauces, which I kind of say this is like a complex sauce because there's at least 20 ingredients in it. Really? Yeah, so it's all mixed together. There's a spice blend that I use, and that's probably 8 to 9 different seasonings. It's very good. Good. Yes. And so, is an expiration date on it? Yes, yeah. How long are they good for? 3 years. Really? Yes, yeah. So there's a pH way of telling how hot sauce like expires. So if it's under 3.6 pH, the bacteria doesn't have an environment to grow in. So you can have a sealed bottle of hot sauce for almost infinite amounts of time, because when you bottle it, you have to sanitize the bottles. Then they get heated.
Yeah.
Then they get filled with hot boiling sauce, which also sanitizes it again. And now it's just an anaerobic product. The air inside of here is there's not really any air. It's kind of just what you do is you fill it up all the way, and it'll as it cools, it'll like shrink together.
Okay.
And it sits really firm.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a vacuum seal right here, and it doesn't allow other bacteria into it, like from the air, because it's already filled and it's boiling. So it kills off any bacteria from when you put the tops on.
Yeah.
That remain in there. You flip it upside down, and it just completely kills it all.
Okay.
So
what happens if you open the top and it shoots out? What does that mean?
That means I did something wrong.
Oh.
That means I put it in way too hot.
Okay.
And it's now contracted so much so that when you open it, it just releases such a vacuum that it explodes and pops out the top.
Okay. All right.
So we try very, very hard not to.
Okay.
And funnily enough, I've done that many times. But now have kind of figured out. So there's like a specific temperature that I bottle at.
Yes.
There's a specific time and temperature, and you hold it for a certain amount.
Okay.
And then you put it into the bottle, and then it's pretty good. I haven't had any real issues with it yet.
Yeah.
Obviously there's user error. If like I've had someone who's left it on the stove top and it's heated the bottle up. So then when they go to open it, it just explodes.
Because it's
and that I can't control personally. But
you left it on the stove. Yeah. Okay. But it was really good. You're gonna have to leave that here. How much you selling for? $15.
$15. Yeah.
All right. Well, because my colleague Dante loves hot sauce. He's the hot sauce man, so I'm sure he would love that. But let me wrap it up. So, again, let's just remind people how to reach you.
So you can reach me at www.scovillesauce.com. We have a contact session where you can leave an email. So if you are a vendor and you want to sell my hot sauce, you can just drop me a line there. I've had that happen a couple times in the past. We've done one-off sales with like companies, and then we also have like continual recurring sales where we're a vendor at.
Okay.
You can find it at Two Fish in a Barrel, the restaurant across from Masters, under the old rock climbing wall. South Shore gas station, the Rubis, that big almost 24-hour one, I guess. And then come March 1st, we're going into Lindo's.
Oh.
So that's the big thing. It's a lot of work coming.
Yes,
but
it is.
It's all good.
It is. Well, listen, thank you for minding your business with us today. And remember, if you don't mind your business, who will?
Exactly. And thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
Most welcome. And thanks for sharing that with us. Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business Starts Here.